Hey strangers, so today I'm gonna do a requested video. Last time I did a tutorial because my friend asked for it, and now my other friend is actually asking me for my skincare routine. I have different ways to go about it at night, but in the morning it's essentially the same. So I'm gonna show you guys, and don't mind me, I'm kind of in a bra. Actually, whatever, it's fine. Okay, so usually in the morning, what I like to do is I already brushed my teeth, so I love using the Age Prevention Cleanser from Youth to the People. As you can see, I'm already halfway done and I already have another one in stock. So I usually use it with my Foreo cleanser, this one right here. But then I know this one can be a little bit pricey, so sometimes I even get lazy to turn this on and like work around it. So I would use this instead. You can get this at like Winners, you can get it at any sort of drugstore that has, I think it comes in a pack of 2 or 4, I could be wrong. So check these out, these work just as well, but I feel like with this one, because it has the vibration plus you're moving it, it really deeply cleanses it. Best way to do it is wet the face a little bit first, so the product can cling on a little. And then I wet the actual Foreo, and then I put this on. So, woo! Oh, that's actually good. So I only put this much on. So let's turn that on and then start rubbing. And what's cool about this tool is that when it gives you 2 beeps, it means that you're overdoing the one section. So you want to kind of move it to another section. But I usually just kind of like play around with it and go everywhere. I love using the fine tip point for the nose area. And then for the bigger bumps, which is in the back here, I rarely use it. But sometimes I like to kind of take turns and then flip the brush over. So I like doing this for at least 1 to 2 minutes. And don't forget the neck area, because now I start to moisturize the neck area a lot more. And if you feel like it's a bit dry, I'll put the towel there. But yeah, I like to get the neck area as well, because the neck does age too. So put that. Turn that off, and I'll rinse it off later. So then you just rinse your face, and then I'll show you guys what I do for my moisturizers and stuff. I use the Origin Eye Doctor Moisture Care for skin around eyes. As you can see, I'm clearly finishing up that stuff. I either love this or I love the Origins Ginseng. I did buy the Origins Ginseng again because that'll be my next eye cream. So you put that just around the eyes, obviously. And it smells really refreshing, this one. It smells kind of like cucumbers. And I like that even though you're putting a cream under the eye, when you put on your eye makeup, it doesn't look cakey or it doesn't streak. So that's what I like about it. After, what I tend to do is I would put in the Origins Make a Difference Plus. This one I think has, whatchamacallit, it has cucumbers in there, watermelon, if I'm correct, maybe I'm wrong. But I really like the Origins line. And I got this from Winners. I'm not sure if Sephora still carries it. And it smells very citrusy, which is what I like. So we're gonna smooth that all around. Make sure we put it all around the face. And of course, don't forget the neck, because the neck needs moisture too. And another moisturizer that I highly recommend is the True Aqua Bomb from Belif. I think you can get it from the Face Shop. I wish I could get that one again, but I'm trying out different skincare right now. But definitely the True Aqua Bomb from Belif is another favorite. So after I put the cream, what I like to do is put some UV sprays, just so it protects from the sun. So let me just go grab that. Okay, so I can't seem to find it for the life of me, so I will show you guys the other things that I sometimes use too. So this is the Skin Effects Coconut Water Hydrating Mist. I used to use Mario Badescu, but then a coworker of mine was saying how apparently, don't quote me on it, and I still love their products, but apparently Mario Badescu has added a lot of chemicals into their stuff. It's kind of like they're not working forwards, they're working backwards. So then I'm like, okay, maybe I should take a break from that. So I got this from the Gen Ipsy last year, I think. Gen Ipsy or IMATS, one or the other. And then they gave this for free. So, wait, was it for free? No, I bought it. Okay, so this is the coconut water, and I just mist it onto my face. And what I like about this one is that the mist is very light. It's not as heavy like the other sprays that I've tried. And I'm also going to show you guys my, like, because we're talking about skincare routine, I'm going to talk about, like, where I usually use concealers and what type of concealer I use and what type of eye concealer I use. Another important thing to skincare, I find, is that you want to make sure you wash your beauty blender and your brushes very often. I usually wash it on an average span of maybe like once every 2 weeks I want to try, or sometimes at the most, or at the max rather, it would be once every month. So just keep an eye out on your beauty blender. If it's looking a little bit dirty, then you want to make sure you want to clean it. So obviously see how mine is getting. And I just washed this like maybe a week and a half ago. So if you feel like, oh, it's getting a little clunky, or also if you're going through a breakout. If you had a breakout and you know that you use the beauty blender on a breakout, then it's best to wash it, because you don't want to put on that breakout into something else. So using the Maybelline Age Rewind, this is like my favorite concealer. I haven't tried a high-end concealer yet, but I feel like this does the job for me and I don't want to change it. So, and this, you can't really read it, but this is the Blemish Clear technology from Almay. Really love this stuff. This is in the color medium, and this one right here is in the color neutralizer. So with this one, what I like about it, I want to believe that it works. It has like different components to kind of like tackle scarring or blemishes. So I would put this onto my scarring, and as you guys know, I don't use foundation. I just use spot concealer and concealer on the eyes. And I feel like that's more than enough for me. So after that's done, usually pat this on. And I do believe like the blemish technology thing does work, because whenever I put it on like a fresh pimple, I notice that it does like minimize it a little bit. And there you go. That is my daytime skincare routine. And then usually I like to finish off with either the Shine Killer from NYX, if I can find it. My life is all over the place. So either I finish off with my makeup with the Shine Killer. This stuff is amazing. Like, I'll show it to you guys how it works. So see how like my nose is shiny as fuck. So when you put this on, it mattifies it. I don't know if you guys can even tell a difference, but it really does mattify it. Then I love using this on my forehead, and it feels like a great primer. It feels like a baby's bottom. So I've been loving this a lot, and I'm glad that my roommate gave me hers, because I really wanted to try this, and I'm glad that I really like it. And then after all my makeup is set, or after I'm done my makeup, I usually set it with the Too Faced mattifying setting spray, the peach one. So this is amazing stuff as well. So if you guys are searching for a good setting spray, highly recommend this one. But yeah, that is my daytime skincare routine, and then I'll be back with you guys later tonight and show you guys what I usually do at nighttime. Hey strangers, so it is nighttime. As you can tell, the lighting is a little bit different. So I'm going to show you how my night skincare routine goes. This is one of them, so I'm debating either to show you guys a list of things or do it every night whenever I do a different thing. Usually, even though I have different ways of doing my night skincare routine, I always do this each time. So this is a spritzer from Dollarama, but what's inside is the NYX micellar water. I used to use the Garnier micellar water, but I felt like I needed to do a change, so that's why I'm trying the NYX. And as you can see, what I like about it is that there's really no oil on top, so it makes me somewhat believe that there's less oil in that. So what I do is I like to spray it on a cotton pad just to kind of like get rid of all the makeup that I have on my face. So let's do that. Take the eyebrows off too, and the lips. Take that off. And don't worry about taking too much off, or like worried about not taking enough off rather, because that's when you're going to be doing the cleanser. So essentially every night I do the same thing in terms of removing my makeup and cleansing it, which is basically with the Foreo and my regular cleanser, but it's the after that's a little bit different. So there's that. Usually one cotton pad is enough for me, so now let's bring you guys over here. So let's do the same thing. But I know my friend Nancy was like, don't miss a step. I want to see what you do to your skin each time. So let's put you here. I'm gonna put that on. Here. Well, focusing it on the nose as usual. Thing that's different with my night care and morning routine is I basically use this like maybe once a week or twice a week, and this is the Floria brightening peeling gel, which I did a fresh impression on already. So you shouldn't do this every day because it does take away your dead skin, and you don't really want to do like a peeling, you know, like a peeling treatment all the time. So this is a really great product. I got it from Pacific Mall, but you can find it anywhere that sells Tony Moly, or you can order it online. So sometimes I switch around using that either in the morning or at night, whatever you fancy. So let me just brush my teeth and then I'll go back to my room and show you guys what oils I use and what serums and all that stuff. But I'm back. Basically use the same eye cream. So as I do in the morning, so the Origins, if you guys don't remember, is the Origins Eye Doctor, or I like to switch it around with the Origins Ginseng. So I put that around my eyes. And apparently you're not supposed to put it right underneath, like you're supposed to just put it here. And I kind of believe that because sometimes I find myself like, if I put it too close to the eye, somehow my natural like eye oil basically transfers it into my eye and then it kind of feels stingy. So maybe don't do that, but just kind of apply right a little bit underneath here, and then eventually it kind of goes up. So we have that. And then what I like to do first is focusing on my spots. So if I feel like I have an acne coming somewhere, or even like a whitehead or something, I usually use Grease Lightning from Lush, which is an amazing product. I don't have it right now because I'm working on like kind of using up all my makeup that I have. So right now I am using the Ordinary Salicylic Acid. I feel like this does work, but to be honest, I kind of like Lush's Grease Lightning better because I love the idea of aloe vera. Like in the Grease Lightning from Lush, there's aloe vera, tea tree, and as well as a little bit of grapes. So I kind of like the gel and the idea that it takes away the acne. Let me double check if it does have grapes, because I don't want to quote something and then a coworker of mine watches this and is like, Sophie, doesn't have it. So let me just double check for you guys. I'm sure it does have grapes. Yep, grape juice. Okay, so we're good. And it also has seawater in there too. So I just love the idea of it calming down your skin plus healing it and taking care of like the bacteria. So if you guys are looking for that, it is basically, it looks like I'll show you a picture of it. Oh, I blabber a lot. So it basically looks something like this. Oh my gosh, it was focusing. There you go. Okay, you guys get the idea. Definitely one of my holy grails, but for now I'm using this, and I don't know, I feel like it does work, but it is quite drying, so I usually put this on spottings that I feel are troublesome. So right now I feel like I have a spot there. I fell on my nose, and you guys just witnessed that. So I have this spot here. And I love putting it on my nose just in case like there's like little whiteheads on there. The next thing I use, so that was the ordinary salicylic acid. The next thing I use is the alpha arbutin 2%. Now you can find this stuff online if you search up the ordinary, or it's not coming up in my head right now, but there's something. I'll type it down. I just can't think right now. It's like almost 1 o'clock. So yeah, you can find it online. You can find it in a store. In Toronto, there's a lot of different, the Original Beauty Makeup Company. That's what it is. The Abnormal Beauty Company. Oh my gosh. So yeah, you can find it in a lot of places. So this one, the alpha arbutin, it's good for hyperpigmentation or dark spots, and I have to say this does work. I had an acne scar here, and right now that's just like my regular natural contour. But if you have any acne scarring or you feel like there's any discoloration, this stuff really works. Like, I think it took me, like, at first I was skeptical about it, but it took me about 3 weeks to notice it. And yeah, like, I do this almost every night. We have that. And then the last thing that I'm gonna use, so usually I either do this maybe like once or twice a week, because you shouldn't do it every day. And then other nights I would switch over to the Origins High Potency Nitamins. This stuff is really good. I love this. I had a tester of it, or like, you know, when you redeem your points. So I had one of those, and I loved it ever since. So I bought the pack. And if you guys are planning to buy this on its own, it's quite pricey. So I highly recommend to buy the set. There's a gift set that comes with like a palm tree canvas pouch, and it also comes with like this acne dropper and stuff. Basically, you're getting that box for like the same price, so you get the full-size item plus little try-on demos rather than buying this on its own. So I highly recommend that. So today I'm gonna use this, but in other days, once or twice a week, I would use this. And this is the Ordinary Alpha Lipoic Acid 5%, and this is great for brightening the skin, and also targets aging. I found all this information out by doing my research and seeing what I like. So let's apply this on. So when you apply this cream on, you kind of want to like try not to go over the spots that you put the other stuff, because then you're not allowing it to work. So I kind of work my way around the spottings. And with this cream, I would then put it on my neck. And another thing that I like to use too, in coherence with this, is other nights if I'm traveling, I would use the Boscia Beauty Oil, but that one I find is a little bit too oily for the summer, so I rarely use it in the summertime. So let's put that down. And this smells exactly like the other one, but it's a lot thicker, whereas the daytime cream that I usually use, this one's a lot more watery. So after applying that, the last thing that I'm going to apply, I know it's like step by step by step. The last thing I'm going to apply is this as a top coat. I read online that it's best to do the spritzer first, but because I don't want to put the cream on top of a water consistency, I like to think of this as like a top coat. I prefer putting my toner or mist on top of my skincare. So, and this is the same thing that I use in the morning. But anyways, yeah, that is basically my skincare routine. If I want to pamper it up, sometimes I do a face mask, but that's usually my Fresh Impression, or I do it in the odd times. And sometimes I put like lip balm or lip scrub just to kind of like top everything off. Yeah, basically that is my skincare routine. Hopefully you guys kept up. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different from my other videos of like Fresh Impressions, hauls and stuff, and I'm really glad that my friend, my friend requested this, because then I wouldn't have done it. But anyways, if you guys like what you see, please comment, rate, and subscribe. I try my best to upload a beauty video and a vlog video at least once a week. So if you guys like what you see, support me, please. But yeah, anyways, I'll catch you guys in a later beauty video or vlog video. Bye, strangers.